Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we are looking at the Tanchjim Hana. I believe it's Tanchjim. Um, Maybe it's Tanjim. I don't know. But let me know how you pronounce this, actually, if I'm pronouncing this wrong. But that's how I feel. Look at these accessories. Very premium looking accessories. Kind of this like hat box. All in this beautiful copper finish. Beautiful case. White leather on the outside, probably pleather. I don't think it's real leather. Canvas on the inside. It's a really nice case. Maybe not the most functional. There's no pockets or anything there, but it is a hard case, and it does have some soft padding on both the top and bottom. You get your various cards, warranty cards, a manual, and a certification card. Replacement filters. We'll show the filter in just a minute for the nozzle. Some treble enhancing and bass enhancing tips. Every tip is white, including the stock ones. You get this beautiful silver copper cable right here. Kind of has a plastic, almost a sporty looking finish to it. Something you think you would see on something that was waterproof. Definitely don't wear these in the water. Um, Get your little Hana sticker right there. It's got some scanning codes in the back. So very nice indeed. Nice accessories, nice packaging. The IAM themselves, quite solidly built. It's stainless steel with a white painted covering on it. Very premium looking. It says Hana on there. I've kept the stickers on them to protect the faceplates from smacking into each other. Beautiful copper fittings. Even the separator and the slider are copper. The termination is 3.5 millimeter. That is also copper. And the stock tips on it are also white rubber. It's beautiful overall. Let's get into some of the specs here. This is obviously a stainless steel shell. It's the same shell that you get with the oxygen. Only this one is painted white. There is a liquid crystal polymer diaphragm inside here. And it says it is from DMT, a third generation. It is a dual magnetic technology. It says faithfully recreating the original sound. Spec-wise, we have 32 ohms at 110 decibels, and it goes from 8 to 50 kilohertz. The cable length is 1.2 meters. It is the larger 0.78 2-pin connection. And it is a very nice looking cable. Some concerns comfort wise. These I found in my case to be very comfortable. Isolation wasn't the best because the nozzles are a little on the short side. I'm assuming foam can actually just fix that entirely. And I do have white foam, and I think I will try that. Maybe I'll shoot that for Instagram. I'm continually testing these to get a more because I'm so used to V shapes that when I come across unique shaped things like this, is kind of like I don't know, like a mild L shape or something like that. It's on the brighter side. Let's just put it that way. It is very energetic. It's bright. Um, it To me, it wasn't overly harsh. It's going to depend on what you're listening to, the track, the recording, what source you're running it off of. Uh, and I try to do a variety starting with YouTube, then moving to Spotify, high resolution. Then we go into FLAC files and, different MQA files and DSD files. And we try to do a variety of different high-res files with it. Using different sources. I have a limited amount of sources here, so I have my DD Hi-Fi DAC, I have my Ors Amplify, I have the Soundavo HP DAC 1, the SMSL SP200, and the OWN X1S 10th Anniversary 6th Edition, which is the most powerful one that they have. This being a single dynamic driver, it'll work on the OWN just fine. The OWN is very transparent, So whatever the track sounds like, there's nothing added there. Uh, we'll get into the other sounds and everything, but I test on what I can. Sometimes I actually even use CD player, DVD player combo that I have, a cassette player. Rarely, if I feel that the IAM would benefit from cassette and it would complement it, I would use that. Rarely I use that though. I do. It's a rare occasion when I pull out the cassettes, but every now and then I like to dabble in the cassettes. I no longer have vinyl, so I can't do that. Um, that's a shame. Yes, I know. But going to my notes, I've covered the specs. We've covered the cable is beautiful. We've covered the IM. I want to show that nozzle one more time because we had a lot of people want to know what the nozzle looked like on the Zero because was on the shorter side. I think this one body to nozzle ratio is a little shorter. The other one being so flat that it really didn't matter that the nozzle was a little on the short side. But if you know what the oxygen looks like, you'll know what this one looks like. Same thing. There's no addition to the nozzle there. So the Hana it's well built. I mean, I'm 5 stars for the build quality of everything with this. 5 stars for the packaging. 5 stars for the accessories, and comfort-wise, at least for me, I'm going to say 4.5. It's very comfortable. There's not too many problems. Maybe isolation was a little less than good, especially if you're outside. Most of us aren't outside too much these days, but once in a while I'll take a short walk out there into the world and try to test these out with the sounds of the cars going by and see how it reacts. So bass-wise, these actually have some very good layering to the bass. There's enough bass there. They're definitely not bass anemic. They have the bass there, and on tracks that actually take advantage of bass and sub bass, you're going to get that there. The bass is very tight, punchy. It's a rapid bass. The sub bass definitely has some good growl to it. There's definitely a bite in the sub bass if the track goes on it. And depending on your source, you'll find that the bass is not lacking. It's not going to win any bass contests, but it is definitely there to enjoy. You're not going to say, "Gee, I wish it had more bass." It is perfectly balanced in the bass. There's no added, and there's nothing taken away there. There's superb details in the bass, some good texture there. So that's definitely not a disappointment in the bass. When we get to the mids are superbly clear. It seems to do mids quite well. They're forward. Vocals being pushed forward right there sound very clear. You can hear everything in the vocals. They tend to be neutral. They're not warm at all, the vocals. There's no warmth to them, but they still do have a lot of energy, and there's definitely forwardness to the vocals, more so on females for some reason. I didn't look at the chart, so I can't tell you. I took a quick glance at it, and I was looking at some kind of chart that was a comparison between this and the oxygen just to see what the differences was. And there was big differences. There were more peaks with this than the oxygen, and it's more energetic overall than the oxygen is. This one being 150 and the oxygen being 300 or more, depending on where you get it from. I am going hoarse, so I'm going to try to speed this up. We've covered the specs, we've covered the bass. The mids are definitely clear, focused. Definitely can be a little on the bright side there in the mid section, and the highs tend to extend themselves. Very good. There's a lot of sparkle there. I can see people listening to classical music, enjoying the mid. to high ratio. Definitely. I wouldn't recommend these for hip hop, and even though I did listen to hip hop and rock with them, um, I definitely think that these do good with acoustical music, and other music that can take advantage of that bright nature of these. The highs having great extension. I did not find them to be sibilant on any of the tracks that I tested. I'll do further tracks. If you have any track suggestions, let me know. If there's like a good track out there that can like test for sibilance on something, I would really like to know that, and I'll add that to my collection of tracks that I normally test with. Overall, decent accessories, excellent build, really, really nice looking. I mean, maybe it's not your cup of tea, maybe it's a little too fancy. Um, Brighter sounding, very energetic sounding, definitely unique amongst the different ones. I don't think of anyone that I can think of offhand that is exactly similar. The zeros kind of, I don't know, there. Some of the, I mean, there's a lot of ones that have forward vocals, brightness, treble and mid focused, wide soundstage. I don't know if I mentioned the soundstage on this yet, but the soundstage is for a closed back single dynamic driver. The soundstage is wide and deep, and it's not unnatural. It's actually a nice natural organic soundstage, but it comes from all around you. And it's quite pleasant. There's a very good imaging, very good details there. Overall, the tonality of these is good. I almost said totality. I don't know why, but yeah, the tonality is good, and it's a bright earphone. If you like an earphone that is bright, if you like an earphone that you're depending on your track, I can see some people saying maybe shouty because the mids to me on this remind me of kind of the BL05s. So if you've heard those, the mids are just like that, only just add some more detail to them, and that's what you're getting out of this. It definitely has much, much more detail than the 05. Um, Overall, this is not bad. This is just different. It may not be for everybody. Um, my favorite's still going to be the Tri i3 and the Diamond, but these are a beautiful pair. And if I'm listening to something that can take advantage of that brightness, these will definitely be the first ones I grab because I just really like them for that. And I like them for the amount of details. And quite honestly, I like the way they look. So this has been the Tanchjim Hana, and I hope you like this video. And I hope you like these earphones because they're beautiful. Just look at those. They're stunning. Please, everybody, be safe. I hope this was informative to you, and I hope to see you somewhere out on the internet. Thank you so much.